What's up, everybody? It's your host, Jaden, for the Illini Daily. Let's just get straight to it, man. I have a lot of updates for you guys, and I'm very excited to talk about them today. And the Illini are back in the top 10, and it's amazing feeling to feel. I think we should be higher, but yet again, I don't do the rankings, and obviously, I'm very biased on who I think should be in the top 5, top 6. So but I do have a lot of updates for you guys. I want to talk about our ranking, obviously. I also want to talk about our great win streak. And I want to talk about Kylan Boswell and his injury report. And I want to talk about Keaton Wagler and how he's improved so much in just a short amount of time. So, first off, obviously, I'm very happy for our team right now. We're just doing really, really good. And the fact that we're now a top 10 team again just proves to everybody that we're putting everybody on notice. And we are a top 3 in all categories. So the fact that we're back in the top 10 just proves to me that college basketball is being like, oh, the Illini are definitely a top 10 team. They're definitely improving regardless of how many losses they have. They feel like we're our dangerous opponent towards anybody, and anybody's always ready to play us. And thanks for, and I'm not trying to put Purdue down, but it was a tough, hard fought game. But I'm glad that we beat them, and the fact that they have improved that not only our stock but our players, because now I feel like they're starting to get into that postseason feeling that no matter what who we're up against, we're going to be ready for them. So I'm very happy for our team right now. I'm glad we're back in the top 10. I do think we should be in the top 5, top 6 range, though, because we did beat a top 4 team, and the fact that we only went up like 2 spots is kind of, I think, a little not disrespectful, but shows to everybody that even though we did put everybody on notice, is it's kind of like we're second minded, or not in the. I'm trying to think of the best words, but not. We're putting people on notice, but they're not thinking that we're a true threat yet. We're not like these crazy good teams like Arizona, Duke, Michigan. Even though I think right now we're one of the hottest teams. I know those teams have more wins than we do, but the fact of how we're winning as a team and the fact that we're improving in not only our shooting, but our players are improving as well. Like, for example, we have 5 players over 10 points, and not a lot of college teams can say they have 5 players averaging over 10 points. And this is not like the NBA, man. There's not as much time or as much scoring focus because everybody plays defense. Everybody has a chance to guard, and they switch up schemes, and it's just harder right now to be averaging over 10 points. And the fact that we have 5 players who are doing it is just insane. So it just makes me feel really good about this team, as I was saying. So, but let's talk about our win streak. I'm gonna say it again, man. The Big Ten is a tough conference for anybody, and we still have over 4 teams in the top 10. And the fact that we're one of those top 10 teams is just amazing feeling. Nebraska improved, Michigan State and Michigan improved as well, and sadly Purdue got kicked down to number 12 because we beat them. But it's just tough, man, that we're in such a tough conference. I get it. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so exciting because we get to compete everywhere and against all these tough opponents." But I just want to win, man. I just want us to establish that we are one of the best teams in college basketball, so that we're in a tough conference. It's kind of hard to show that everybody that we are a top 5 team, like I was saying, because they're top 5 eligible too. Because like Michigan's in there, Nebraska's in there, and Michigan State's in there, and they're definitely right now I would say are better than us, but I don't know. I think we could beat anybody right now with how everybody's playing. Keaton Wagler improved. I know Stavakovic last game it was kind of tough for him because he is a streaky player. He is a volume shooter, so he's going to be up and down every once in a while. But the fact that he's still averaging over 13.9 points a game, I still makes me believe in him. So his streakiness is just going to come back. He's always going to help the team regardless because he's been improving on his rebounds. And once we get Boswell back, it's also going to improve our scoring immensely. It just spreads out the floor and the court way more than people think about. So, but since we're talking about Boswell, I do want to give you guys an injury update. Brad Underwood did announce that he will be coming back mid-February, which is really, really good to hear because he did fracture his hand a little bit during practice. But I we all Illini miss him, man. He's leading our team in steals. I know he only averages .7, but he gets more steals than you really think about because you got to think about the overall average in a bunch of games doesn't really truly show how many steals you are getting. So the fact that we are missing that perimeter defense just a little bit is kind of sad. But he's going to come back probably better than ever, knowing Boswell. He always is a good veteran presence. And I just trust him, man. He's averaging 14.4, and he's a driver and a one of our top 3-point shooters. So the fact when he comes back, it's not only going to help him, but it's going to help Keaton Wagler, Stavakovic, Mirkovic. It's going to help them improve their scoring because they're also all averaging 10 plus. And the fact when he comes back, it's just going to improve the team immensely. And I'm going to say it again. He's one of our best perimeter defenders, and I know we missed that a lot, especially against opponents like Braden Smith, who at Purdue also got 27 points. And I felt like if Boswell was on the floor, he definitely could have prevented that a little bit. And I know we're going to face off a bunch of other teams with really, really good guards like Nebraska, Michigan, and Michigan State. So, and I know we're coming up with against an opponent who's not as good in Washington, so we're not going to miss Boswell as much in that game. But I still like the fact that he's talking on the bench and he's telling everybody that, hey, you need to lock in or you need to focus or this is what I see on the floor. So basically, even though he's hurt right now, he's like another coach. And coming in against this Washington team where I feel like we're probably going to step back a little bit on the gas because we had such a hard opponent with Purdue. He's going to be like, no, you guys got to treat these guys like it's Purdue. You got to treat these guys like Michigan. You got to treat these guys like arguably could be like the best team like Arizona. You got to treat them all the same because if you don't, anybody can win, and we can't afford to lose any games right now, especially with our improvement. And I feel like if we do lose to a team like Washington, it's just going to push us back even more, and we can't accept that right now. We just need to keep winning because if you keep winning right now and our stock raises more and more and more, it doesn't only help our players, but it helps our advancement for our postseason looks, and it helps us get that confidence feeling for what we're going to go against into our tough conference. But I do want to talk about Keaton Wagler and how he's improved so much. He's now averaging 17 points a game. He still has his 4+ assists, and he's averaging 3 rebounds, and he's improved on his steals a little bit. He's now tied with Boswell with 0.7. So the fact that he's improving so much has, in my opinion, have raised his stock to a lottery pick for the NBA. I know they're not really talking about him right now because he wasn't that flashy player that everybody expected. He's one of the most unexpected rising stars that we've seen this year. But when he dropped 46 points, I think he put everybody on notice that, hey, when we play against the Illini, we have to guard this guy or double team him or find ways to not let him get hot. Because, dude, that 46 points was one of the best performances I ever seen in college basketball. I know Io DeSumo and Terrence Shannon had their moments of scoring a lot of points in a game, but I've never seen anybody that streaky and that fluent in a game. So King has definitely impressed me more than I've ever expected, especially with how good of a defense Purdue is, and the fact that he got any points at any time he wanted just shows how much streakier and probably the improvement than he is compared to those two guys, who are great scorers, by the way, and they're one of the best Illini players that I've ever seen. But the fact that I'm comparing him to those two is just showing to the reasons of my thoughts about him going into possibly into the NBA draft. I know I shouldn't be talking about it because I want him to stay in Illinois for a lot longer because how good he is. But when I see talent, man, you just got to give credit where credit's due, especially with how amazing he's been for the past couple of games. And I know scoring 46 points kind of overdoes your stock up by a lot, but it's just from how he was doing it against Purdue, he got any bucket he wanted. And he only missed like 4 shots, and he only missed 2 free throws. Think about that. He went 13 for 17 and 9 for 11 for 3. Dude, that's insane. And the fact that I'm bringing it up again in another video just tells you how amazing that performance truly was. And I think it also helped our stock even more in Illinois being a number 9 team because they're like, they have a guy now who's arguably could be a top 10 player or top player going into the draft. So I'm feeling a little too confident right now because we have Nebraska coming up, and that coming up this weekend, and that just makes me a little nervous because obviously Nebraska hasn't lost a game yet. Them in Arizona, and shout out to Miami again, Ohio, Miami, Ohio. They're turning heads just as much as we are right now. They haven't lost a game, but due to their opponents, whatever. But yet again, I'm worried about Nebraska, man. I think Keaton Wagler can go off, and he's going to be one of the reasons why we win that game. And because he's just been playing really good against really good opponents. And the fact that we lost to them like 10 games ago, I just want that get back, man. I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but I'm a little bit, when it comes to sports, I'm a vengeful person because I feel like everybody should get their get back regardless of how you lost or whenever. You always have another chance, and life just gives you those chances, man. So you got to take it, and you just got to do it, bro. So I'm very excited for our team right now. I feel like we have gotten so much better, and we got this 9-game win streak. So this get back is going to come back. So let's just be excited for our team. Even though I think we should be higher, and I know I'm repeating myself a little bit because I'm just ready for these games, man. Because we have Washington Thursday, and then we have Nebraska Saturday. So let's just be excited for our team right now, and I'll give you guys more updates because I do have some more film to watch for football wise, and we have to be excited for that because the transfers are looking better and better every day. And basketball is just the right now. So let's just be excited for our amazing team, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys later.